February 1st, 1959. High in the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers set up their tent on the slope of a mountain known by the local Mansi people as Dead Mountain. They were young, strong, skilled, and they would never be seen alive again. This is the Dyatlov Pass incident, one of the most disturbing, unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. The group was led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, an experienced hiker and engineering student. All members were trained, disciplined, and familiar with harsh winter conditions. Their goal was simple: complete a difficult trek across the northern Urals and earn a certification for advanced hiking. They were well equipped: thick winter clothing, supplies, navigation tools, and experience. On January 31st, they began ascending toward Ural Mountain, but bad weather slowed them down. Strong winds, heavy snow, freezing temperatures below -20 degrees Celsius. They made a decision that would later haunt investigators. Instead of descending into the nearby forest for shelter, they pitched their tent directly on the exposed slope. That night, something happened. When rescue teams finally found the campsite weeks later, the scene made no sense. The tent was still standing, but it had been cut open from the inside. The hikers had slashed their way out. They fled barefoot into the freezing darkness. Footprints in the snow showed they walked, not ran, toward the forest about a mile away. Why would trained hikers leave their shelter in sub-zero temperatures without proper clothing? Why cut the tent instead of using the entrance? Searchers later found 2 bodies under a cedar tree. They were wearing only underwear. Their hands were burned. Branches above them were broken, as if they had climbed the tree. Nearby, remnants of a small fire. The other bodies were found scattered between the tent and the tree, as if they had tried to return. 3 died from hypothermia, but the remaining 4 were discovered months later, buried under snow in a ravine. And their injuries were different: cracked ribs, massive chest trauma, a fractured skull. One victim was missing her tongue. There were no signs of external wounds consistent with the internal damage. It was described as force similar to a car crash, but there were no vehicles, no signs of struggle, no other footprints. Some clothing showed traces of radiation. The Soviet investigation concluded an unknown compelling force caused their deaths, and then the case was closed. For decades, theories have multiplied: an avalanche. But the slope was not steep enough, and there were no signs of a major snowslide. Military testing, secret weapons. Some reports suggested strange lights were seen in the sky that night. Infrasound caused by wind patterns. Could sound vibrations have triggered panic, paranoia, conflict within the group? There was no evidence of fighting. The hikers were close friends. Even modern investigations struggle to recreate the sequence of events. Why leave the tent calmly, yet cut it open? Why split into smaller groups? Why were some injuries so severe, yet with minimal external trauma? In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case. Their official conclusion: a delayed avalanche combined with hypothermia. But many experts remain unconvinced. The slope was studied, the snow conditions analyzed, simulations created, and still, something feels unresolved. Because the most unsettling part isn't just how they died, it's what forced 9 experienced hikers to abandon safety in the middle of the night. Whatever happened on that mountain triggered fear strong enough to override survival instinct. They left warmth for certain death. To this day, Dyatlov Pass remains a symbol of unanswered questions, a frozen mystery suspended in time. No confirmed attacker, no confirmed accident. Just a tent cut open from the inside, and 9 lives lost to something we still don't fully understand. Some mysteries fade. This one never did. This is forgotten evidence, buried truths,